Thirsty and 30.
Hi everyone, I'm
Hi.
Shari, and welcome to season 2 of Thirsty and Theory, a blind teen, the blind chat show on Smarter Love.
And I'm Bea. So, guys, we made the mistakes before so that you don't actually have to. And for our ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be your official researchers, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We are. So, hello to our people watching there, and hello to my mom and dad.
Hello, everyone. And don't forget to grab a drink and relax with us because this is just going to be a lot of fun. So, tonight, Shari, we talk about modern family values and connection to Pride Month. You know what? My theory is that a family is like, I guess openness and empathy to people like us, the young ones, it really
Yep.
does determine it really does determine the outcome of our dating lives and our personal lives. The more we don't talk about things on the dining table, I think it becomes harder for people to date better and
Yeah,
smarter. Yeah.
agreed. So, our guests today, they're perfect, it's a vibrant mother and daughter duo, Jackie Lou Blanco, one of the Philippines' most beloved and talented actresses. One of my favorite movies growing up is Amay na Anak, and she was there. Great movie.
It's
You
a
guys should check it out.
great film.
I
You
know,
have to
right?
watch it.
And she is also the ultimate inspiration, Bea, I have to say. And we also have
Mhm.
her daughter, Rick Dabao, the coolest preschool teacher in town. So let's bring them both in.
Yeah, for sure. And also both fit inspiration. I'm excited. Oh, let me bring there.
Oh, hi guys.
Hey
Hello. Welcome
guys,
to the
Hi. Hi,
show.
Sherry. Hi,
good
Bea. Hi.
evening.
Hi,
Hi,
V.
Rick. Welcome. Hi to Jackie. So,
Hello.
Hello.
we usually open with an icebreaker. Pero clearly,
Mhm.
I'm sure as a mother and daughter, you guys have broken the ice with each other. So, we don't need to break the ice today. But to give you an overview, but you know what our usual breaking the ice moment pala is? Maybe you guys can chime in. What is your go-to flirting style?
Oh gosh.
That's our
Yes,
usual
go to Milan
icebreaker.
rules.
I would
I
like
love
to
that.
hear this pala.
Why don't
Okay.
we start with the veteran?
Okay.
What's my go-to flirting style? Oh my
Do you
gosh.
flirt, mom? I
I
don't.
mean, I'm trying to think because it's been so long. Um, I think ano lang, I'm kind of more open and more machika. I think yun lang. I can't really think of, I
Mm,
don't make gugu eyes ng ano-ano. But yeah, I think I'm kind of more welcoming lang and yeah.
I love
okay.
that.
How about you, Ricky May?
Rex.
Oh, thank you so much. For me naman, I'm kind of baduy. I'm
Ah,
kind of
okay.
baduy. Like I'm so torpe. Like my
Mhm.
friends get surprised, but I'm super torpe kasi. So I always like play it cool, especially like me, since of course, as we know, I'm gay, I'm a lesbian. So you don't know sometimes if, uy, this girl that I like, is she
Mm-mm.
eh, parang swak kaya kami, or kasi I don't want to freak her out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So for me, it's
Yeah.
more of friendship first, and then if there are some sparks, then I'll put in a little like line or two. Na
What's the
Give
line?
give
practice.
I
us a
want to
line.
know.
Give us a
Give
What's
us
the
a
line. Give
line.
us
line?
a
So
line,
it's
Rick.
really lame. It's lame, and
Tell us,
it's
tell
not
us.
my own
Tell us.
line. But like
Ano na, ano na.
there was this one time. I'm so sorry, my girlfriend, if you're watching. This is like years ago that I said this line to someone.
Oh, sige, what is it?
um,
Napapahamak pa to.
I met someone in the airport, and then
Mm.
yun, parang it was a good vibe naman. And then we were
Oh.
flying to the same place coincidentally. So so parang we talked, and then when we were actually coincidentally in the same plane. So parang like all the coincidences were there. So I walked up to her. We talked. Oh, so I'll see you. Maybe we'll see each other in this place. And then I was like, if I don't do it now, I might not see her on wherever we're going, diba? So I went up to her. I was like, hey, you forgot something, your number. Tapos, tapos she gave it.
Nay! She gave it.
Yeah, but it's so baduy. It's so lame. But
It worked. It
It
worked.
Yeah,
for
but it
some
worked.
reason, yeah.
True.
Oh, and first of all, that is like years ago, meeting someone in the airport and you can just go up to them. Nowadays, how can you go up to someone with a
I'm telling you, Rick,
I-
gagawin ni Bea yan. Gagawin ni Bea. Hey,
Please
hey.
try it. It might still work. It might
I
still
will
work.
write it in a paper and slip it in.
Oh, Bea, we got tips for flirting styles. Okay.
Yeah.
So, ladies, our conversation, what we're gonna do is we've divided into three parts. What you learned from your mom, what mom learned from you, Rick, and what you discovered together. But before we dive in our conversation, we got an anonymous letter from one of our listeners. Bea, take it away.
Thank you for the cue. No, I love these anonymous letters, and of course,
Same.
hearing the advice of our guests. So, dear CNB and Rick and Jackie Lou, I'm a 30-year-old gay man. Been about 5 years since I've come out to my family. Their reactions to my coming out was really shock and anger. My dad wouldn't even talk to me for a while. My mom just cried every time she looked at me. The last 3 or so years, they've started to accept me for who I am. So I've started to become very open about the men I've been dating intentionally. Hindi naman ako malandi. My goal is to find a stable relationship that helps me grow. My current boyfriend I met at a book club. Honestly, we are just so in sync in all our interests. He's also a very nice Pinoy boy, and I think he could be the one. But my mom doesn't approve of him. Actually, just a bit of context. She hasn't approved of any boyfriend I've introduced to her. When I asked her why, she always replies, basta. How can I have a heart to heart talk with my mom? And how can I get her to be on my team with my current boyfriend? So, love Mr. Bookworm.
Wow.
Yan. Who
Gusto
wants
ko
to
yung
start?
basta.
Pretty heavy.
Basta. Tama yan. Palagi ko narinig yan sa mga nanay at tatay.
Sige, I'll go first. Ako siguro, since they've accepted him already, I think she should just keep trying with the mom. I think kasi like my daughter nga would always say, it's a process. I also had things before nakala ko tama, tapos Ricky May would get upset, but she would still always try and she would always do it out of love. Mom, hindi kasi ganito ito. So I would advise him to do the same. Just to keep trying and siguro not to think na hindi siya tanggap ng mom niya or hindi tanggap kung sino man. Siguro the mom is also going through some things that she still cannot siguro still cannot tell him, or maybe she still has her own issues. So siguro for me, just to really keep trying and to feeling ko one of these days the mom will just finally say, okay, di ba? Okay na if that's what you really like and if that's what makes you happy. So sige lang, just don't give up. For me lang, ha? Sige lang, just to keep trying and then just to be more patient. You know, a lot of things take time.
Yeah.
I like that. I agree.
How about you, Ricky
How about
May?
you, Rick?
Grabe. I get so pressured with these questions because it's so like, I don't know. Hi, Mr. Bookworm, if you're watching. I hope you're okay. What I always say is that the first reaction of your parents or whoever you came out to, it's usually not the last. Because as we were talking offline earlier, I mentioned that, even us as people of the LGBTQIA plus community, it's not like we know instantaneously, or sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But, we also have our own way of processing things, like, am I gay, am I bi, am I, and whatever.
Yeah.
So if we as the individuals have that, way of processing, what more the parents who are sometimes like blindsided, like, whoa, di ko alam yun, diba? So I would advise him to, keep at it, Mr. Bookworm. it's super hard. It's so hard to be patient with someone who you love and you want to
True.
be accepted. It's
True.
so parang frustrating, and sometimes maybe you feel like you don't even want to try. But at the same time, like I feel like you should continue trying. Sometimes
Mm.
people really take time, and not everyone is blessed to have support right away. But oh my gosh, I'm so dal guys, sorry. But
Okay lang yan.
yeah, but at the same time, I also think that you shouldn't spread yourself too thin, because you can't force someone to be ready. Whoever
Mm.
let's say for his parents or his mom, she also has to extend a bit. She doesn't have to go all the way. But if she loves her son, she should at least try. And it sounds like she is, because
Uh-uh.
she's agreeing to meet them. She still has the mga basta, but again,
Yeah.
it really takes time. And
Yeah. True.
sometimes for me, like what I did with my dad naman was slowly I would introduce certain concepts, like not all at once. Because
Okay.
syempre it's like overwhelming. Never, it's not in our generation. So I'll do it like, hey dad, I'm seeing someone from this place. And then that's
Mm.
it. And then after a few weeks, oh dad, come in na. So parang I just try to make it normal,
Ah,
because people get afraid of
Yeah.
what they don't know or they don't
true.
understand.
Right.
True.
So Mr. Bookworm, let's do
Fear of
it.
the unknown. Fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
Mr. Book for my well, they can tell, yeah, patience is key.
Yeah.
I also think basta is not a no. It's like it's not an
Yes.
end. You know what I mean? It's just you gotta soften the
Uncertain.
heart.
Oo.
Uh-uh.
May konting hesitation lang yan.
Pero bibigay
Yeah.
din yan, for sure.
Konting
Uh-uh.
kalabit lang. Yeah. Good
Yeah.
luck, Mr. Bookworm. I hope we helped you with
Mm.
your issue.
Just a bit of a what do you call that? Cariño or what?
Carino.
Cariño,
Cariño as
yeah,
well.
cariño.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly,
Yes.
Yeah.
konting
Just
cariño
a
lang.
little bit of I don't know. Sip-sipen. Mga sip. Like, kaya na nag-bring gifts
Oo,
or I don't know. Be
cake! Cake makes
together.
everybody
Yun.
happy.
Yeah, exactly. Konting lambing ba? Yeah.
Okay, yes. So guys, let's dive into conversation. Let's start with Rick, what you learned from mom. Rick, how did your mom handle you coming out? Were you worried about telling her?
How did she handle it?
Straight at it.
Number one, I wasn't worried. I wasn't really worried, because I knew now whatever I tell my mom or my parents, that yeah, maybe they'll react a bit like shocked or something, but I knew that they wouldn't kick me out. Like for some reason, you just know. I know that
Mm-mm.
even if I tell this to my loved ones, they're not going to like completely, kick me out of the family, because I know people like that. That
Yeah.
they were sent away. I know someone who dinala sa convento. Yung ganun. I really like. There
Wow.
are so many
True.
stories out
True.
there, and it's crazy. But for some reason, I just knew na, oh, it's okay. We'll get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But syempre, when I told her, you're not also ready for when it happens. So in my case, I actually wasn't really planning on coming out, because at that time I was like, I don't need to come out. I don't need to, because I feel like all my friends knew.
Yun na.
My friends, I was open to them about it. My family, parang I wasn't open, but they knew.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But I wasn't like, hey, I'm gay, I have a girlfriend. I wasn't like that.
Mhm.
So it was around 11 years ago in Robinson's Galleria. Shout out to the
Our
Pavedans.
favorite mall.
My
Hi.
favorite, yes. It was in a Krispy Kreme. I remember that. And I was actually with my girlfriend at that time.
Okay.
And she was having some issue. Basta parang we both decided to come out to my mom or to tell my mom about it.
Mm.
So parang we met, and then we were just talking. I had like a donut, and then parang it
So
was like
your girlfriend was part of the coming out?
she was there. Yeah, she was part of it.
Oh, okay.
Because there was like another side story, like she needed help for something, and we both just decided like, hey, let's tell my mom, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I feel like she knew that there was something brewing, because parang we don't usually go to Krispy Kreme and just like sit the three of us just eating. Parang it's not really in us. So
Yeah.
and then we were like talking randomly, and then I would say stuff like, I was like fidgeting na. Like, Mom, how are you? How was your day? And then she knew that I was trying to get to something.
Yeah.
Until like maybe 45 minutes later, she was like, Ricky May, do you want me to just tell you? Like, you want me to
What
just
I
tell
think
you
you're
what it
going to tell
is?
me.
Because obviously, she knew na. Like, what else could it be, diba? And then I was with my girlfriend.
Tagal
Parang,
eh.
ano
Oo
ba?
nga.
Ako na lang.
Oh, ako na lang. And then I said, no, mom, I can't. It has to be me. I need to say it. Because if I can't even say it, like,
Yeah.
what am I ashamed of? I should be able to say it.
True.
Yes.
But it took me a long time. And then I finally said, Ma, I have a girlfriend. And then she said, I know. And then she cried. And then
Oh.
beside
Did you
me, my
cry?
girlfriend, no, I didn't, but beside me, my girlfriend cried.
Yeah.
Oh no, and then I also cried. So the three of us were like crying and Krispy
Over.
Kreme over donuts. And
Wow.
yeah, and that
That's
was
how
the
it
coming
happened.
out story.
Wow.
That's a good. So that's a good story,
I
though.
mean, it's good that there's donuts there also. Like, I mean, it does help with the tears and everything.
That's
But,
right.
Tita Jackie, what were you thinking? Like, I mean, of course you already knew, but when it comes to that moment, it is still kind of a shock to parents or
I think when she said, "Mom, I'm gay and this is my girlfriend," and then I said, "I know," and then I started to cry. I cried because I think I appreciated the fact that Ricky May was able to really verbalize it. Um, it was very difficult because she was standing there for an hour, so I felt blessed that she chose to say it to me. And that I didn't have to wonder anymore na parang okay, 'di ba? Even if I kind of knew it, I wanted her to tell me because I think I wanted to really know sa sarili ko na eto na
yeah.
talaga to, you know.
Mm.
And so that's the reason why I cried. Plus, of course, I got so emotional. I mean, there were so many things running through my head, and just the fact that she told me and she was there and the girlfriend was there, I don't know, I was feeling
I
so many
know.
different things, diba?
Thank you,
But
Mm-mm.
Krispy Kreme. Shout out.
yeah. But
Please,
Yeah.
we would like
yeah,
dozens of donuts, please. Thank you.
yeah.
Yes.
Yun, I just was happy that I didn't have to wonder, and there was like, okay, eto na to, diba? And I think for me it was also na okay, since she already told me that she was gay. It's like I wanted also to start getting used to it, and parang um like what's gonna happen next. But alam mo yung ganon, yung parang yeah, something like that. I don't know if I'm
Did
making sense, but yeah.
did you
Yes.
notice a change though on Ricky May's confidence or her personality after coming out? Because it's so hard to come out at times, and even if you didn't intend to, I'm sure it's still like a weight off
Weight
your
off your, yeah.
your
I,
shoulder.
I think, yeah, for her, she was saying in the beginning that she didn't need to tell me. But when she did, she said it was very freeing. And
Mm.
I think it was just that she was just kind of more relaxed already after that. I mean, we didn't need, there were no conversations anymore na, this guy has a crush on you and this guy is, wala na noon, di ba? Yung parang it was already, it was what it was.
Yeah.
And wala nang beating around the bush, di ba? So,
And
um,
in fact, mom,
yeah,
you
it
you
was just
helped
more
me.
truthful. Yeah, I did.
You
Did
also
I?
helped me like
Yeah.
buy gifts for my girlfriends before.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah, I even
I'm so
helped
cheesy.
her. Yeah, even helped her for, was it a prom ba, May,
Now,
or both?
please let's not even bring it up. But yes,
Yeah,
you
but
you
Oh,
helped
I
me
anyway,
with
want
yeah,
now I
certain
want to
what
know how
what
cheesy are
guy
you?
and what, yeah, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Please.
baduy na
Cute.
cheesy pa, diba?
Nako.
Torpe, but it works. So I guess it's a
That's
good combo.
right.
Let me
That's
try that
right.
combo. Let me try to
Yeah.
see if I get some dates
Uh,
from that.
okay. So between the both of you, clearly things sound like they were good, right? But we live in a culture that's very conservative, and to be like quite a small subculture, really. So how did the others react, especially like negativity that you hear? How did you, Tita Jackie? How did you handle that? If you heard it from your peers or whoever.
Um, I think for me, it was my mom. My mom kasi is, very, very, not naman very conservative, but even if my mom was exposed to lesbians or bisexuals or whatever, di ba? Siyempre, iba to kasi apo niya eh. So finally, nung nalaman na niya, I don't know if we told her, May, I don't remember anymore
I don't remember,
with your
yeah.
mamita. Pero, di ba, she would have comments, kunyari, like, oh, Ricky May, don't, ano ha? Because Ricky May's hair was very long before. Oh, don't cut your hair kasi you're going to look like a boy. Or I mean, yung stuff like
Just
that.
like small hirits
Yeah,
lang.
di ba?
But
Yung mahilig ang mom ko sa ganun, yung mga one-liners eh. And I would know when Ricky May would get upset or when she would get slighted. So when we would be in a big table, all of us, and I would talk to my mom in Spanish. I'd tell her, Mom, don't say that because it upset Ricky May. Yeah, but I didn't. Yeah, but Mom, you said it. So, you have to be very careful, di ba? But I would remember it was just to my mom. But my mom has gone a long way already, really. It was a process for her, but I mean, wow, she's really at a good place now when it comes to Ricky May. So I'm sure Ricky May can tell you the stories. But
I don't
with her,
take it against her.
yeah, it would just be like that. Yung parang, Mom, be careful kasi. And then when I would tell her na, Mom, I know you didn't mean it, but Ricky May got upset. Oh, I'm sorry. Then she would say, sorry, Ricky May. Or she would say, yeah, okay, Jack, I'll be more careful. So it was just really only with her. Kasi sa iba, hindi.
Yeah, I'm curious about the process of your grandmother, your mamita, Ricky May.
Nako,
What was it
Ricky
like
May.
from what cycles? Because I remember
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Madami yan eh, madami.
grandmothers have very particular opinions, and I guess what they were brought up, and it never really leaves them. And yeah,
That's why I don't take it against her because I know that that's her generation. I know that you can't take it. I can't take it against her because I can still feel that she loves me. There are just those like hirits na parang, ba yan? Parang why do you have to say that? But then I don't know. I guess I'm really feel lucky that the rest of my family members didn't make me feel like that. So even if you have that lola kind of jabbing you a bit, you can just laugh about it because ito naman si Mamita. Parang we can just laugh about it with my cousins and yeah, and it's funny because before, she gives all of us a pause. Like, she has so many things in her closet or from her
all
concerts
the
and
time.
everything.
Para kami nag-ukay-ukay.
Yeah, so she'll bring me up. Or you can bring this like high heels and like these big like pink
suit,
pretty whatever. Which it's fine. Like it's not my style. And then itong last Christmas, she finally like gave me the perfect gift. I wish I could get it, but it's it's like a sando na parang I can't explain it, but it's like so tibo. It's just parang okay na sa tibo na. It's so funny
it's a
na.
tibo
Oh my
sando.
gosh, I can
What's
wear
a tibo
this.
sando?
I haven't heard the word tibo in so long.
Yeah,
I'm gonna grab it later.
yes,
I'll
we
show
need
you
to
guys.
see this.
And even now, she even buys like my girlfriend sometimes she'll give this to your girlfriend, give this perfume, give this so she remembers and I don't hear any more of those jabs. If ever it's like playful and then we'll just laugh about it. So
and then I remember she would di ba, sometimes she would give everybody all the post makeup, di ba? And then she'll forget that Ricky May is gay and Ricky May doesn't put makeup. So once I say Ricky May makeup, and then she realizes, oh my gosh, why did I? You can give it to your girlfriend.
she caught
and then you can
herself.
say, okay, ma'am, okay, mamita, like that.
Yeah.
She's
That is
cute.
very cute.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
it.
that.
She makes
Very cute in that
adjustments.
way. Yeah, oo nga pala, no? Ganun.
Wow. So I mean, you both went through this experience already of coming out, like that moment, and I wonder, how would you advise someone who's gonna come out to very traditional parents? Because it
Yeah, that's
feels like
actually an Instagram
So hard.
question we got.
because it feels like this one is not so traditional. Like no one got kicked out.
Yeah.
Very trying to adjust. But what?
Yeah.
How about a very traditional family?
Wow, May. Paano
Well,
ba?
it's so hard kasi
Hirap yan, no?
I've had a friend before na parang she's out to everyone.
Hmm.
She's good, she's out. And it's kind of, she's happy with herself. But then she knows that her parents are gonna make it hell for her. So, she told me like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm choosing not to come out to them right now. I'm gonna work
Yeah.
hard, leave my house, get my own place, and then I'll tell them. So, some people have that
Hirap,
extra
no?
step that they need to take, and it's so
Yeah.
hard. But
Yeah.
what's the question? If you're going to come out to
Yeah,
traditional parents,
Traditional
traditional. How would you do it? Do you recommend they take that step first of managing their independence and then tell their parents, or just get on with it and
I
say
think
it?
like it's so different. Kasi syempre if it's me, I'm like, yeah, I'll just tell them. But that
Yeah.
might be because of the support that I feel. But for other people that really don't feel any support, it's so tricky.
hirap
And I
Yeah.
feel
na.
like it depends on the person. Like they have to assess their situation. If they do this, or another thing is that they can come out first to one person in the family.
Pwede.
Someone that if they have a sibling, you know, kasi usually naman it's the parents, di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More or less it's the parents or the grandparents. So
Yeah.
if you have a sibling, a tita, a cousin, in the Philippines, they're all around us.
Yeah,
Diba?
bagay,
Like,
totoo. Totoo.
it's different then. So if you can find that kind of support from someone, then that's the first step, I think.
Mm.
Um, I would love to say go for it, whatever it takes, but I can't then. It depends also how I don't want to ruin someone's life. Like sabi nila sa Thursday na
Yeah.
sabihin na
Go
kaagad.
go out and come out na. Yun
Yeah,
pala.
But
Yeah.
that's good practical advice. Tell
Yeah.
one person first. That's
Yeah.
nice. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
ease it in. Slowly. Di
yeah.
mo naman
Yeah.
kailangan na
Calculated.
surprise
It will also
to
lighten the
them.
load a bit, di ba? At
Yes.
least meron somebody can be there to hear you out and whatever.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, guys, we are a show about love and dating, right? I am curious,
Yes.
Tita Jackie, what did
Yeah.
you teach Rick about dating
Wow, did I
and
teach you
love?
anything about dating?
Oo
Mm.
naman.
Oh
Siyempre.
my gosh. Ah, I don't know. Did I teach you? Siguro about dating, no. I think about love. Siguro about love. Yeah, I would just tell her to, what advice ba did I give you about love, me? Mas
Rick,
marunong ka nga
what
sa
did you
akin eh.
learn?
I think with my mom, like because I would open up na rin eventually, like when I'm heartbroken, and my mom has seen me through
Yeah.
everything, from like having a crush to, ma kami na, tapos, ma, she broke up with me, and
With
then
me, yeah.
I'm crying, and then
True.
she's crying. She's
Yeah.
always crying.
Yeah,
But,
I was trying. Yeah.
it's so cute because she really feels my
Yeah.
pain. So
I
I think the
remember
best
when she broke up. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, May. The best advice.
no go
Sorry.
you go mom, go ahead.
No, yun na.
Okay, fine. Just kidding. Yeah, so I think the best advice that you gave me, mom, was to give it my all,
Okay.
but um, how to give it your all, but not to lose respect for yourself. I don't know how you can do that, but
Mm.
kumbaga, it's
That's
more
solid
of
advice.
give it your all para alam mo na if wala talaga, you tried everything, you won't regret it. And honestly, I've done that, and I've
Mm.
felt like a complete idiot na nawala na lahat ng like respect for myself. But at the end of the day, like and years later, I'm like, I don't regret it because
True.
I tried so hard na, and parang that's
Mm-mm.
it, no regrets.
Yeah.
I like that advice because so many people do not. I'm also a big believer of no regrets. Just give it all. Like just live through life.
Yeah.
But yeah, the part that's important is really the respect. Because sometimes you can do
Mm-mm.
it all and then you don't have any respect for yourself. I think that's
Yeah.
tough.
That's
Although
Or
some
funny.
Yeah,
sorry,
Tita
yeah.
Jackie.
No,
Go ahead.
although sometimes you have to also get to that point na okay, sometimes it's easier said than done. Yeah, basta you love as long as you still have that respect for yourself. But sometimes kasi you not naman totally lose respect for yourself, but you're really at such a low point. But sometimes
Mm.
people kasi need to get to that point to respect themselves again. Alam mo yung parang you feel like you're so low. So, there's no way after that but to slowly regain the respect and the love you have for yourself. And sometimes certain individuals need to get to that point for them to rise again. So,
Yeah.
you know, um,
Slow clap.
anyway,
Love
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I remember with Ricky May, yeah, when she was supposed to meet this certain person, and she said, I think she's gonna break up with me, and I said, well, I said, just go in there and just bahala na after, di ba? Wag mong pangunahan yung sarili mo. And so, of course, when I could hear na the gate's gonna open, so I'm there, so, oh my God, what happened na? And then when she entered, she goes, oh my gosh, mommy, then she started to cry. And yung bang, in my mind, I said, oh my gosh, I only see this. I've done this scene so many times. And now it's happening to me. Yung bang you don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Nothing came out of my mouth because feeling ko there was nothing I could say to ease her pain. So I just held her and I just cried because I did not know what to say.
Yeah.
I just said, May, I love you. I don't know what to say, and I just hugged her. Sabi ko, totoo pala yun na hindi mo talaga alam kung anong sasabihin mo. And I
Yeah.
saw her, it was really difficult for her. But Ricky May is a very strong person. It came to a point where she goes, mom, tama na, di ba? And then I remember I don't know if there was an app or something, but I remember she goes, every day I'll take a photo of something that will make me smile or
Oh my gosh,
something that
yeah,
I'm
that's
grateful for. Yeah. And I mean, she
You
really helped
remember.
herself through it. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that, May.
Yeah, that was
Galing.
do you guys remember that there was the 100 Happy Days challenge?
There
Yeah,
you
Do
go.
you
yeah.
remember that? Like, that was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know, 8 years ago.
I'm so
So,
clueless. So, hindi ko alam
yeah, it
na.
was like 8 years ago, every day you post something. And pero ito guys, I was doing that. It was helping me. Tapos yung ex ko, nag-post siya sorry, I just remembered now. Nag-post siya sa like Twitter or something that I don't need 100 happy days to show how happy I am. I'm like, what the fuck's
Ay,
wrong with you?
okay lang. Ano
Ever.
problema mo?
Sabi mo,
First, it's not your journey.
sabi mo, okay.
She said
Sabi
that.
mo,
Yeah, it's
Sabi
like,
talaga.
I just remember seeing it and I'm like,
sino
ang
to?
petty mo.
Do we know this person?
Epal din niya, no?
Oo nga,
Natatawa
sabi
na lang
mo,
ako ngayon eh.
whatever.
Okay
Sa
lang
kanya.
siya.
But that's a good advice, ha? Never mind the bitter
Great
people.
advice.
That's
Mm-mm.
why, people are cheering you on. Here, someone said, ooh, go
Ooh.
Rick. And
Hi,
then
Diana.
someone wants to see you in high heels.
Woo!
Maybe
Hey,
after
May, you
the
did
show.
that, remember, for a photo shoot
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
with high heels.
It's just not me. I mean, yeah, it's just not
Yes.
my thing.
Yeah, it's just not your style.
Wait, so she broke up with you and then she had the audacity to tweet that 100 happy
Yeah,
days is not.
basta nagparinig
No.
siya, something like that. It's not anymore
Yeah,
parang complete, but
she
but
had the
grabe,
audacity.
yeah, but
Basic.
just so you know, I went big. I super crashed. I failed. As in no respect, but then we just
You
build it
crashed.
up
What do you mean
again.
you
Yeah.
crashed? Oh, you went down like
No, I mean
basically low,
I went
low.
like, yeah, super
Okay.
low.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with like pain and heartbreak, I'm curious, how do you handle that? Do you just do a very similar cry and then try to be positive, or are there things that worked for either of you that didn't work for both of you? You know what I mean? Because people always ask us how to get over breakups or heartbreak or pain. We're like, matagal-tagal yung process.
I think you take it a day at a time.
Yeah.
Um, you don't deny that it is painful. Well, at least for me, no. I'm not the type who'll tell myself na hindi siya masakit o hindi ako malungkot. And I also cry a lot, which I think helps.
Yeah.
I think you just really have to find way. I would like busy myself, when I would be sad, I would either clean or I would, and I'm also very, I pray a lot. I have my faith is very strong, so that has definitely helped me. But um, for me, basta don't deny that it's painful. Go through it. There are no shortcuts kasi.
Yeah.
You just go through it. And then one day you'll wake up, it's not so painful anymore, di ba? But it's a process. You have to give yourself time, a good support system, talk to somebody,
Go on Tinder. You never know.
find
Yes.
something,
Bumble,
find,
Tinder.
Find something that will occupy your time. I mean, there are many things, no, to each his own. Pero
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you just have to go through it. It sucks, but you just have to go through it.
Yeah.
Tita Jackie, what do you think of Tinder and Bumble and all these like dating apps?
Yeah.
There's
Which didn't
plenty.
exist before, right?
I don't know. I wouldn't go on it because parang I just really find it weird.
Let's get you
But
one, Mom. Let's get you an account.
You know,
I am an
Bea and
expert.
I like
I can
making
make you.
profiles.
I
Okay,
can
there
make
we
you
go. Let's do it right now.
Yes.
But yeah, it's
live.
different eh. Syempre because I come from a different generation.
Yeah.
Although marami naman dyang people who have gone on that and have, their relationships have been
Yeah.
successful. You know what I mean? But I don't think I do it. But, you know.
Before we go to the next question, Tita Jackie, what is your type?
Ayan.
What is
Uh-uh.
my type?
Getting juicy.
Ay, ayoko ng maputi. Gusto ko Pinoy. Mas Pinoy.
Okay.
Wow.
Gusto ko yung itsurang lalaking-lalaki. Yung,
Ako rin.
Type ko rin
Sorry.
yun.
Gusto ko rin.
Type ko rin yun.
Gusto ko rin.
Brusco.
yan.
I like a brusco.
yeah, I think I like somebody who has a good, good sense of humor. No, nothing, no, ano naman, wala naman ako masyadong iba pang criteria. Pero siguro somebody really that I could talk to and would listen to me and then, I don't know, somebody not so serious kasi loka-loka din ako. I can't date somebody. I can't go out with somebody that's so, naman, parang,
Serious.
yeah.
Yes. If there are eligible men out there, slide
Yes.
into mine or Bea's
Oh
DM
my
first.
God.
We will filter them
Tapos may biglang
and then
nag-DM,
pass it.
Pass your
We'll
resume.
Pass it on.
We are
Yes.
very
Pass it on to us
resume.
first.
I'm going to
Very
hide.
open.
We'll check you out.
Nawala sa stream.
Okay. So let's go back to Rick, you again, and you coming out. What were the biggest struggles that you faced, whether or not it's with your family or outside your family, that you experienced?
The biggest struggles. Okay. Well, let me just start off by like saying that I'm the type of person kasi that for some reason I don't get so affected right away. So I could have encountered like moments of discrimination, but honestly, it's like blank. Like, but I don't know. I'm just a type that I don't care or I don't let it get to me. I guess I feel, and I don't know if it's because that's just my personality or it could be that, my family is, I feel that support from my family. So parang bahala kayo. Kasi for me, as long as my friends, my loved ones, we're good, we support each other, then I'm happy. Maybe the most that I've encountered, it's, kasi in the Philippines, it's not naman so like, uy, diba, it's more parang, it's jabs. It's like,
Yeah.
some things that people say. So I got one, I remember so clearly that I had this classmate in Poveda. We were in lab class and we were like chit-chatting and I was sharing that, when I'm older, I want to have a family. I want to be a mom and I want to have a partner, meaning I want to have a same-sex partner and have a kid. And I didn't know how because, growing up, I don't have naman any reference. Like, growing up, I was watching Sex and the City. I mean, for that kind of, parang late na dumating yung mga L word and all these like shows that help me understand like, you can, what I'm feeling. So I had no clue how. But I said, yeah, I want to have a kid. I want to have a kid with my partner. And then she looked at me like shocked. And then she was like, huh? Your kid's gonna get confused because there's no dad. There's just two moms. And honestly, at that time, I'm not palaban eh. I'm not that confrontational in that way. And I knew that she just, she's ignorant. I could feel that she was ignorant about it. But I just said, well, I think I said something like, I'm gonna make sure to love my child and teach him or her whatever.
Yeah.
And now that friend of mine or that classmate of mine, she's pro na. I can see her commenting and posting. So
nice.
like what I said a while ago, like with Mr. Bookworm then. The first reaction is not always the last. And
True.
sometimes people are ignorant because there's no. It's either they don't know people. That's why it's nice when we have like conversations like this because there might be people that don't know. or they're just not open about it yet. So
True.
actually, another like advice I have for those that are trying to come out or maybe have come out but not so accepted yet is to really talk about it. Like it's so uncomfortable, but my mom and I have had this conversation like before, long time ago, mom, about marriage.
Yes, I know, I
Yeah,
know.
a long time ago about marriage. Like my mom told me that day that I came out actually. So just to share that it's not all roses and
Mm-mm.
like all
Yeah.
smelling good and stuff. So she said something like, Ricky May, it's okay that you're gay, but don't get married na lang, anak, kasi that's a sin to the Lord. It's so funny. I mean, and
Yeah.
it's fine. Like I understand that that's how because she said naman she's very religious, but I didn't stop there, and we didn't stop
Mm-mm.
the conversation there. So as time went on, I'd be like, Mom, why? Why can't why can't I marry someone that I love? And then sometimes she'll be like, hindi na siya makasagot, or she'll be like, oo nga, I don't know then, kasi
Makulit yan eh. Makulit yan si Ricky May. She won't stop
and
talaga.
and sometimes I'm really a bit not naman aggressive. I don't know if you'd say aggressive, Mom, but if I really believe in something, I'll really ask you like, Mom, why did you
Yeah.
say that?
Yeah, she's like that
Well,
talaga.
Mm-mm.
so we have those hard conversations, and I think it's something that you should have because it might just open up, someone's mind with it.
Yeah.
I hope I
Yeah.
answered the question. I forgot what the question was.
What the question was?
You did struggles that you
The
face.
struggles, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh, can
I
you
think
just
that's
share
a
one?
real struggle.
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
just share one more thing I hate that people say. They say sayang. I've heard
Yeah.
it so many times. Ricky,
May
may
mamita
sayang
used to
ka.
say that, di ba, mamita?
Yeah. And
Sayang.
I understand the intention because they're trying to pay me a compliment. Like, sayang yung jeans mo. Parang that's what they mean. But for me, like, I can still procreate. There are so many ways. It's so hard in the
Yeah,
Philippines,
especially now.
honestly. But
Yeah.
I just don't
Annoying
like
yan.
that sayang. And I hate this who's the boy in the
Ah.
relationship. I hate that.
Okay. So
Who's
there's
the boy in the relationship?
because I've heard some people talk about this. So is it something that is insulting to people or
Well, for me, personally, I find it insulting because I understand the intention. Like they're just trying to maybe that's how they understand the
Yeah.
situation. But it's
Mm-mm.
like you're saying that there has to be a boy, there
Yeah.
has to be a girl. So it parang nakaka-insulto siya. Like why can't it just be two girls that love each other, that complement each other well, and they're happy.
Pero
Yeah.
but may, are there relationships ba na merong girl at may boy? I mean, may ganun ba?
Yeah.
Or
May
talagang
mas
totally, oo.
masculine. May mas
Yes,
masculine
that's
energy.
actually what I always say. It's not about being a boy or a girl. It's not about having a dick or a vagina. It's about
Yeah.
um I'm so sorry, can I say that?
yeah.
Yeah.
May, you already
Yeah.
said it.
I
Tapos
already
na.
said it. So
How
Tapos
else
na.
are you gonna say that?
It's okay.
please invite me back.
The flower and the bees? I mean, what?
Yeah. We're past
It's
the
like
flower and the bees. Next
an
more
eggplant
Exactly.
and a donut.
True.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
we love our donuts, you crispy.
yeah.
Well, yeah, so it's like I think it's more about the energy, the masculine and feminine traits.
Feminine
Because, as
Yeah.
all of us, we all have masculine and feminine
Feminine
traits. So
traits.
even
True.
males have masculine and feminine
Female,
traits and
yeah.
vice
It-
versa. So it's
True.
more of like from these two people, what traits do they have that are masculine and feminine that go well together? That's it. I just don't like the who's the boy, who's the girl.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Makes sense.
More
All
of
right.
that.
Yeah.
It seems like you both have such a really close relationship that you really work through this whole process of coming out and even heartbreak you've gone through and helped each other.
And cried together.
Yes, I do have a question on Ricky May. What do you admire about your mom that you didn't really appreciate when you were younger?
Oh, that's a hard one. What do I admire about my mom?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a hard one because I feel like there's so many. Parang I don't know how to choose now what's there to admire. It's like as a whole, it's already admirable. But I guess as we grow up, we realize more things every year. Especially us, like in our late 20s to 30s, we realize like, oh, our parents, oh, that's why they said this when I was a kid, or I guess it's more of I've always admired her, but because I'm understanding it more now, I'm understanding her actions or what she says. It's more I guess more admirable, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess the biggest trait that I find admirable is her willingness to just accept whatever we tell her, try to understand it, and ask questions. She's not the type like, this is my way, you have to follow me, and this is what's right. She's more of, okay, I don't understand, but let's talk about it. So I guess, it's not just about being gay, but about anything, that any issue that we might not see eye to eye about.
That's so
Love you, moms.
good.
Love you, Mimi.
And also, we have to
We
bring
have,
this up because I think this is important.
yes.
Ma'am Jackie Lu, aging well. Yan.
Oh, thank you.
But she's not aging. That's the thing.
I know,
That's
but
the issue here.
No.
Okay, now we'll go to pretty much what mom learned from you, Ricky May. And I think you touched a little bit on this in the beginning and what you've talked about when people say sayang or when people say who's the boy. What are the biggest misconceptions on being a lesbian in general or being gay as well? In the Philippine society, or I guess
in
with your
general,
post,
yeah.
in general.
Is that for me?
Yeah. Both
No,
of you. I mean, both of you would have discovered this from each other, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm curious to know.
Do you have any, mom?
What's the biggest misconception?
Yeah, about being a lesbian. Like when you're talking to your friends or family, this would come up and be like, "Oh, that's actually not what Ricky May taught me about being a lesbian."
I would remember before something that I learned. She's going, mom, ano naman eh. Kasi I asked her, do you think you would ever like fall in love with a boy or and she go, mom, let's just put it this way. Um, it just so happened that the characteristics that I'm looking for are in a woman. Tama ba? You used to tell me that, di ba, May, before?
Yeah, something
Tama ba? Na
like
parang it just,
anything is possible naman talaga.
yes,
Like,
yeah.
of course, because, technically sometimes you fall in love with the person, not the gender, or I guess
Yes.
people who are open to that. Yeah, it just so happens that my physical attraction to begin with is really more geared towards the
Women.
ladies or girls or women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
That's
Ano?
something that I remembered, and that's something that I would also tell other people if they ask me. I just so happy na ganun talaga. That's her, that's her preference, and it's okay.
Yeah.
So how about you, Jackie? What did you learn from Rick about self-love or self-care or your identity as a person?
There's plenty. Actually, Ricky May, feeling ko nga now that I'm in my 50s, feeling ko si Ricky May yung nanay. Ricky May is very kasi, yung, I find myself in certain situations, kunyari, I feel something, and then I'll make a side comment, and Ricky May knows this. I'll make a side comment, and then Ricky May, and then Ricky May will tell me, "Mom, there's really nothing I can do about that. Why don't you just let it be?" And so I've learned. I think what I've really learned from her, one of the things I've learned is just to say it how it is. I think she would appreciate if I tell her, May, I really feel bad. This is how I feel. Instead of saying this and saying that, and then I end up upsetting her or hurting her feelings, diba? But
Yeah.
at my age, I'm learning so much from Ricky May. She's she's really wise. She's an old soul. She's wise beyond her years. And
Wow, Rick.
Really?
yeah, she'll always remind me, Mom, don't do this, or Mom, take it easy, Mom, relax.
I don't sound so
maybe
fun.
Mom, maybe you can think of it this way, diba? Change your
Yeah.
perspective about it, diba? And
Yeah.
more often than not, she's right. So to the parents out there, never think that you know everything, because there's always something that you can learn, especially from your children. So you really have
Yeah.
to listen and
Yes, Mom.
Mom and
Listen.
Dad, you're watching.
If you're watching, parents, listen.
Pero yeah, it's it's true, and it's nice kasi you realize na, oo nga pala, no? Mali pala
Yeah.
ako doon. Or parang, oo nga, ba't di ko na lang gawin this way? Para hindi na ako nahihirapan.
Mm-mm. That's
So I like
nice.
that Ricky May is just so, she really looks after me. She looks after her dad. She's very responsible and she's very wise. She may not think that she is wise, but she is wise beyond her years. There are many things that I learned from her that I didn't know, or maybe I thought I knew, or kala ko tama, yung pala mali ako.
Laki na lang ulo ni Ricky May.
So, mom, if that's how you feel, I think
Totoo talaga yun eh.
you should allow them to create your Bumble account. That's my
Yay!
solid advice right now. As
Let's
I am
just
very
try.
wise.
We should just
Can
test
I
it
think
out.
can I at least think about that first
No,
and not give
guys,
an
I've really
answer
been
tonight?
encouraging her. It's hard to
May,
meet
she's like
people right now.
that. May,
on.
there was one. Wait. There was one na okay. Ma'am, I already, I talked to, I don't know if it's a circle teacher, I don't remember. Pero Diyos niyo naman, mag-o-80 na yung lalaki. Kasi ko, May, ano ba, wala bang bata-bata
I didn't know he was that age na, mom.
No,
Baka naman,
we'll put an age filter.
Tita Jackie, we're good at this. We researched it.
Sorry.
There's a book called How Not to Die Alone, and it's
You're well
really based on
researched.
science. So we researched this. So if you really need a professional dating profile,
it's
right
Give us
there,
the go
we'll do it for
signal.
you.
Ay, nako.
Corner na
Okay.
natin si Tita Jackie. Oh,
Okay,
just
let's not think about it. Think about it. No
Okay,
pressure.
okay.
Just a little bit of pressure. Okay.
All right.
Okay, Bayan.
Okay, so I mean, in all seriousness, though, like I think you've shared a lot of what you've learned from Ricky May. And what's the one thing that you admire about her besides like her being an old soul? I saw a post that you did for her birthday, and it was like
Yes.
you really said such nice things about Ricky May. But one thing that you really admire about her.
I think one thing I admire about Ricky May, she's very true to herself. She knows what she wants. She doesn't push certain issues if she doesn't feel that they're if she doesn't feel na tama yung panahon. She's very patient. Ricky May is always coming from a place of love. Let's just put it that way. In any situation, with her parents, with her friends, it's always coming from a place of love. So, I'm not worried about Ricky May. Sabi ko nga sa dami ng maling nagawa ko sa buhay ko, Ricky May just proves that her dad and I did something right because she is a beautiful soul.
I feel like it's my birthday.
I want my
Thank you,
friends to
Mom.
say
I
this.
know. Actually, Mom, bakit never mo sinabi yun about yeah, if you're listening and watching?
But Ricky May cares a lot about you because she has offered our services to write your dating
We're
profile.
back.
So we should. She really cares about you. Tama lang
Yes.
naman na. But
I know
that's
that.
very
I know
sweet.
that.
Very
I
I
sweet.
know, super sweet. Okay, so we're down to the last part of our interview. What you discovered together. So, what is the best advice on love that you received from each other? So, Ricky, what advice did you give to your mom, and Tita, what did you give to Rick?
What advice did I give to Rick? The best advice? Yun, siguro to love fully, um, to love with all your heart and soul. And if you um, fall on your face and if you fail, you just get up again. But and have no regrets, really, to live life to the fullest. And yeah, if you need to be stupid o meron kang time na nagpakatanga ka, okay lang, accept it, and then get up again, because the beautiful things in life sometimes come out of a lot of brokenness, and then that's
Okay, yun
Yes. Kaya pala.
Ikaw, Rick, what's the advice that you've given your mom about love, other than Bumble from the both of us?
That
Yeah.
I've given. Oh my God, hers is so nice. I can't even. Mom, have I given you love advice?
I think you just always tell me, Mom, just be happy, think about yourself. Um,
I can't think of like the best advice that I gave
But
you.
I think for you is parang, sige ma'am, what makes you happy, di ba?
Yeah, I always tell her like to put
Yeah.
herself out there because
Yeah,
I think my
yun.
mom is a bit more introverted in general. Like she's not the type na magwa-wildflower at pre-COVID
Oh,
times
okay.
na
Yes.
she will really go
Dancing.
out and you can
Yeah.
meet people. I was like, Ma, you have to go out and meet people. My advice is so simple lang kasi I guess it's different like when she advises me and vice versa. She didn't really ask me for love advice. I just give it if I feel like you should hear it.
Unsolicited.
Put
Yeah,
yourself
it's
out there as
unsolicited.
advice.
She's like that. But it's just,
That's
it's
I'm
not
good.
excited to
hard.
do a Bumble thing. I think about it talaga.
Baka ma-report tayong dalawa. Imposters.
Ikaw tayong catfishers. No naman. With the permission. Okay.
Sige. But we have to act like her too.
Hindi naman. We're just gonna
Para
filter.
mga fairy godmothers.
We'll make week folders, different folders, and
It's
then
so hard
line up.
though.
Line
Ano
up.
ba yun?
Okay, baka naman
my gosh.
kina-corner na natin si Tita Jackie.
Hindi,
I know,
okay
but-
lang.
Okay, I'm curious
Like,
though
game
because you guys really connect, like you finish each other's sentences. How do you handle like arguments with each other? Because like I mean, moms and daughters always fight. Like we do,
Of course.
it just happens. How do you handle arguments for the two of you?
I think with Ricky May, she kind of knows already if I'm upset. And sometimes when I am, and we're texting each other, yung sasagutan ko na yes, no, okay. And then, she'll still try. She goes, Mom, what are you doing?
Or I'll send her like mga gifs and
Di ba, maybe she sends yung mga gifts. So,
yeah.
but she knows na. And then, the next time, okay na. But I think with Ricky May, ako rin, if I upset her, I already know. And I guess it's also my age na, if I know that I upset my kids, I really say, I'm sorry, Ricky May, that I understand, Mom, pero I still feel the need to say sorry because
Yeah.
I know that I may have slighted them. And I think that's good. I mean, kahit na hindi mo magulang, di ba? You may not have meant to, but because you did, you still say sorry, di ba? Wala namang mawawala sa'yo.
Yeah.
Ako with Ricky May, I think, sometimes our arguments naman are not big, di ba? Pero yun bang kunyaring, she'll say, Ma'am, kasi hindi dapat ganun. I'll say, well, Ricky May, I'm that's just what I want. Basta that's it. Ganun. Di ba, May? Basta,
Yeah.
that's how I feel. Di ba? It may be right or wrong, but that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Pero ganun lang yon. I think because we love each other so much and we have a good relationship, I feel safe to burst out because I know that she'll understand me, and after that it's okay na. Kasi
And when
if you don't feel safe kasi in the space, it's like you're gonna go on your toe. Ay, baka kasi di ba? Ito basta it's like that lang. Pero of course after that it's done na. Doesn't linger. We don't allow I don't like to let it linger. Yeah.
How about you,
Yeah,
Ricky?
and like when we fight naman, Mom, it's like what I said, I'm a bit more confrontational. So we don't really like fight, but sometimes I get peeved by certain, like, especially when it's about like gay rights or stuff like that, about having kids, and like sometimes isang maling sabi lang, huh? Why did you say that? Parang,
Oo, ang bilis. Ang
and then my
bilis
mom,
nun. Promise, ang
and then my
bilis.
mom will look at my sister like, don't say that to your ate. Yung parang and then they look at each other like they know na. So I'm a bit more confrontational. Yeah, but like what you said, Mom, it's really more out of love naman. And I think when we argue,
Always naman eh. Yeah.
sometimes like the way we're talking is like you know that parang, Mom, why did you parang there's that but we're trying to like still understand each other. There's still like our voices are a bit heated, but we're just trying to find out to understand each other's sides, and then we react from there. But sometimes there also has been a time when we're like not even fighting, but we're talking about something, and then we're like our voices are calm, and then I say something, and then she starts to cry. I'm like, Mom, I'm so sorry. Why are you crying? Like she asked me this question and I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
you know, mom.
remember.
Yeah, here,
Yeah,
diba?
mom, kasi like, yeah, you say mom
Uh,
like this, and then, mom, why are you crying? And I don't know what I told you. So I think
yeah,
it was painful for me, yeah. And then
Mm.
Ricky may suki at Ara naman, like, what the heck? How come mom's crying na naman?
yeah. So
Yeah.
there's just that, I guess it's because we're so open. Sometimes the honesty, especially on my end, mom, I'm a bit
Mm.
frank. Very frank,
Yeah.
actually.
Yes, May, you are
So,
very frank.
yeah, so I guess sometimes,
Judge
like,
It's
Jackie
okay.
dun na.
yeah. Sometimes she
Mm.
has that, like, oh, I was too honest. I should have, like,
Pull
held
back
my
a
tongue a
little bit.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, pero ano rin eh, it's good that you're honest kasi you also won't like, if Ricky May wasn't honest, I wouldn't have reacted that way and she wouldn't have known also that that hurt me a bit. So, di at least, alam na niya the next time, ay, siguro I can tell mom in this way, di ba? And
Yeah.
not in that way so that I don't hurt her feelings so much, di ba? So,
Yeah,
may
nothing's
good naman
perfect.
ang
Learn.
yeah,
Yes.
oo.
Mm.
Ah, I
It's
like it.
it's very endearing to hear you be so honest about the way you fight. Because like Tita Jackie, you're saying, oh, miyak na lang ako bigla. And then Ricky is like, I'm too frank. Like, it's good to know
Yeah.
each other's fighting
Very
styles. Diba?
self-aware. Self-aware.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, definitely.
Right.
True, true.
What's your fighting style, Bea?
Ewan ko. Wala pa ako naaway. Masungit ako minsan. Actually,
Oh,
madalas.
okay.
Sorry, please sa mga nakikinig na alam
Kasawitan
na
ko
'to.
and then, oo.
Yeah, and I had
Okay.
a moment na palagi akong sumasabog. Like, there was a moment, but I was unhappy then. So, parang lumalabas talaga
Oo.
siyang gano'n. Ikaw,
Mm.
Shari, anong fighting style mo?
Uh, I'm cold. I'm very cold. I can easily just not talk to somebody for quite a while, which is
Ooh.
not a good thing. I
Yeah.
know, toxic yun. So I'm away from that na. Now I just express what I say, then I remove myself from the situation. That's my
Oh,
fighting
that's
style.
good. That's good.
Very,
Oo.
very mature, Shari.
We're
Very,
grown up na. So, speaking of being grown up, guys, we are a show about love and we are down to our last few questions. Let's start with our favorite question.
yeah.
What is love? Let's start with Ricky. May I start with you?
What is love?
It's
Oh,
love.
God.
Wow.
I'll just sing a song about it.
Oh my
What
God,
is
Pwede.
love?
please! Wala pa
Yes,
akong
yes.
makanta sa show na to, actually.
Wala pa. Ako pa lang. Joke lang.
Wag muna, wag muna. What is love? It's so hard because I asked that exact same question to my friends and like when I try to find out about like the couples and stuff. But for me, I guess love is it's understanding. It's being compassionate and I can't think of like a full sentence. It's just like words
Yeah.
coming in. So it's like understanding, compassion, and I don't know the word for it, but friendship. Definitely friendship because that spark will go out sometimes and come back. And if you
True.
don't like each other, then bye, guys, diba? So the friendship is so important.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mom,
We have
Ako
a
for me,
request. Rick,
Go
go
sing
sing
now.
another time, Bloss.
another time. Okay, okay.
ako
Fine.
naman for me, yeah, everything that Ricky May said, but also love is a decision. Kasi when you
I
decide
like
to
that.
love someone, you take everything that goes with it. So, aside from being an emotion, aside from being selfless, and I think love is a decision. So, that's true.
Mm,
That's a
I
good one.
I
love
like
that.
that. I like that
Actually,
one.
Seth Julon told us that also. Parang she was like, I don't even try to define love. And then she was like, okay, well, if you're going to ask me, it's a decision. And it is. It's a hard, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard decision.
It's so wise, Mom. I love that.
I know.
Slow clap ulit. But, okay,
Okay,
we
I'll
talked a
give sa
little,
Bumble profile. Joke lang.
yun pala ginagamit ng mga quotes
Oh,
dito ni
Yun
Tita
it's a
talaga.
Jackie.
decision.
Tagline.
Love is a decision.
Yun
And I may decide on you if you're lucky. Mga ganun.
Okay, we talked a little bit about, keeping a bit of respect for yourself. And I'm curious also, you always ask people what love is, but what is self love for both of you? And how do you do that at the moment? Yeah, it's people always ask us like how to practice this, but there's never one answer, I think, with self love. Yeah. Tita
Ah,
Jackie. Yeah.
si- I think you can love yourself, or, do self love in many ways. It's not that you not that you don't put other people first, but also fill your cup, diba? Fill your cup with time, um, fill your cup with peace, fill your cup with things that you like to do. Doesn't have to be big moments. Um, I think to be able to give yourself love, you need to know yourself, and give yourself that time, whatever that is. It can be 5 minutes where you look out the window and catch the sun. It could be a long shower where after that you feel refreshed. It could be a good book. It could be drinking a cup of coffee with your favorite mug. I mean, self love is just
Yeah.
things that will put a smile on your face and will make your day a little better. So that to me is self love. Can be anything really.
Yeah.
I like that.
Ricky May, how
How
about
about
you?
you?
Mom,
Take it away.
I love all your questions, your answers, Mom.
Ang galing nga eh. Ang galing.
Galing, galing.
Galing.
For me, self love is putting boundaries. Um, is giving boundaries for yourself because especially like now when well, for those who are at home and working, it kind of gets blurred, and sometimes you feel like it's a bit harder to like have that self love with all the the external factors. So I would
Sorry.
say like to have self love, you have to place boundaries for yourself. Um, I guess to have self love is to do what makes you happy. Like tama what my mom said, because it really depends what makes you happy. Like for me, I'm like binge watching when I'm so tired. Like for me, that makes me happy. That makes me feel like I love myself. I'm just giving myself a break. Or sometimes
Yes.
like when you work out and stuff. I mean, those are like cliche answers, but it really depends. It really depends
Mm-mm.
on you. Or like for me, I'm like a crime junkie kind of person. So I like watching like documentaries about serial killers. And my girlfriend is like, it stresses me out that you're watching that. Like I get so stressed hearing whatever I'm watching. But for me, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm so relaxed right now.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My sister's
Yeah.
obsessed at also serial cheat. I'm like, are you planning to murder us? You watch it so often. My gosh. It's like you could commit the perfect murder.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
exactly, it's like it really depends. There's no like one size fits all. I think to have self love is to know yourself. So if
Yeah.
you don't know what you like, then go out there and try different things. Like sometimes I try, reading this, but I don't like it. Okay, I'll try this. It's like a
Yeah.
trial and error
Yeah.
kind of thing.
True.
And then when you know
True.
it, when you know what makes you happy, like life is short, guys. Just do it. If you
Yeah.
like doing it,
Mm-mm.
just do it. It doesn't matter what other people say. As long
And
as you're
even
not
if it's the same
hurting
thing
someone.
all the time, then still, if it makes you happy, okay
Yeah.
lang.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I think one of the most important things though is to ask yourself every few weeks or months if you're happy. Because that means then like you're not actually happy, but you've conditioned yourself
Visit
already
yourself.
na this is
Yeah.
the only way that you're happy. But it's not. It could be
It's
it.
Di ba,
true. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Minsan nga, mas maganda pang pag tinanong ka, are you happy? I think the parang truthful answer would be, yeah, sometimes I am. Di ba? Kasi there are
Mm-mm.
days naman and moments that you're not eh. And sometimes there are instances, yeah, I'm really happy, no?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Like I'm
That's
okay,
true.
pero hindi pala. Yun yung mga
Oo, di ba?
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing about like for self love, I see a therapist monthly. Like
Okay.
I make that like a gift to myself,
Mm.
that even if I'm not going through anything that's like, like some people think that dapat you're going through shit and then that's when you see a therapist. No, so, like even if things are okay, normal, or
Yeah.
running smoothly, I still see my therapist like basta once a month. And
Yeah.
I'm surprised by like all these realizations that are coming from, sometimes I don't
Yeah.
even know what I'm gonna talk about, and then when we start talking, I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Parang it's,
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I mean, that's just one of the, yeah, another self love.
She's even
Yes.
encouraged me to do that. And kahit
Have
na
you
ako
done
rin.
it, Tita Jackie? Have you done
Yes,
it?
I've done it, yeah.
It's good.
And totoo yun, sometimes parang, wala naman ako, but you don't realize na, when meron ka pang sasabihin, there's something that's bothering you, or there's something that you just want to share, and it's really helpful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice to self-check all the time also. Or talk it out.
Sherry book na kita ng session. Sherry hasn't been. I've
Never,
been,
yeah.
but I think Sherry, it's time. I book you one.
It's time. Well, let's just dive in.
Well,
Sige,
it's
I'll
also
see you
kayo.
one after I make a Bumble account. No, joke.
Yes, let's do it. Mom, give and take, mom. Anchor in the
Ang
middle.
ending talaga yun talaga. Eh.
That's my takeaway from this. We have an
Uh-uh.
assignment to do.
What's the
Assignment
username?
natin. This was fun. Like, I agree. See, thanks for this such a nice discussion to listen to, especially for those that come from a more traditional family. Yeah, this
Oh,
was a
thank
really
you.
nice discussion.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite nice to like pretty much listen to how every family goes through, and then mom and daughters to be like, there are some mom and daughters that are not at the same level as both of you, that there's a lot
Mm-mm.
of like friction or parang a wall of ice. And
Yeah,
Sherry,
yes.
you know naman para tayo nagsuschool dito every week,
Mm-mm.
and it's all about our takeaways from the people that guest on our show. So Sherry, what is your takeaway?
I think my main takeaway here is patience is key. Patience and understanding, and I see a lot of patience with the both of them, with their dynamic in life, or with Rick's coming out and Rick being patient about how Tita Jackie has to go through her own acceptance and her own process. I
Yeah.
think it's important to take note that it's not just. I mean, you are going through a lot of things if you want to come out, but then there are people around you also, and being patient will help you and help them. Everybody will just be happier. How about you, Bea? What did you learn?
I think on a surface level, there are things that we do say that is conditioning. So one of the things
Mm-mm.
is saying sayang, or just asking even that, asking a couple who is the boy, who is the girl. I really need to remove that myself because it's something you hear. Like I've heard it from gay couples as well, that they talk
Yeah.
about it as a joke. So you're like, oh, okay, can I do that? But then other people will be offended that way. And it's really the traits. But my favorite, I would have to say, is not Tita Jackie getting a Bumble account from this. But my favorite is Ricky May saying that the first reaction is not the last. And I think that's so
Oh yeah.
important with
Sure.
everything that I see from both of you. Because like Tita Jackie, you were saying that sometimes you just have to express it. But it doesn't mean that's exactly what you mean. And yeah, never take the first reaction as the last, and it's ever evolving. I think that's
Mm-mm.
parang
Good one.
itatattoo ko na yan saan.
I mean, sayang really is annoying, no? If you think about it. I remember
We
even when I
also
was
hear that
super,
too.
when I was super
Also
fat,
straight
always.
girls.
it was always like,
Yeah.
sayang naman, you're so fat. Bakit sayang? Gusto mo
Oo.
sapakan tayo.
Exactly.
Diba? Nakakainis. So thank you so much, Ricky May, and thank you so much, Tita Jackie.
Thank you
Okay.
for having us.
You guys have a really smooth dynamic, and it's nice to see like mother and daughter respect and learn from each other just as easy as you guys do. So if people want to reach you, how should they reach you, guys? Or follow you on your socials? Anything? Go, Rick. You take it
Um,
away. Or Tita Jackie.
Okay.
Whoever.
Yun na
Yeah,
lang.
well, I always say like when I do stuff like this, like guest or when they interview us, that if there are people out there that are having a hard time, like struggling with coming out and they don't know who to turn to, please guys, feel free to message me. I don't mind. Of course, go to your friends, but if you wanna like have more of a discussion, get your frick
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
it. Mom, go ahead.
Me naman, on my Instagram is Blanco. So, yeah, I also get some questions about this and that, and I try to be of help in any way that I can.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Inspiration, I have to add.
Thank
Inspiring.
you.
I like that it's all about helping. I saw this quote like, I don't know, just like the other day. It was like, help but don't hurt. Like I think that's good. I mean, you have to live life like trying to help people rather than hurt
Of
people. I
course.
think is
That's
good.
right.
Exactly. Okay, so guys, our topic next week is all about pandemic romance, and we have one win.
Oh.
Finally, we have a success story from this uncertain time. Jason and Dorian. Jason was from our catfishing episode, if you guys remember, and when she was on our episode, she was seeing this man virtually. And guys, they have seen each other quite a few times, and it is
know.
a blooming,
Legit na kami.
blossoming
Wow.
relationship. Yeah, so we want to know the
seen each other.
secrets.
Where have they seen each other? Costa Rica.
Tanzania,
Dami
all
Wow.
over the
Oh,
world.
pandemic didn't
Diba?
stop them.
So, guys, it works, and we want to find out the secrets. So we are gonna invite the two of them over next week. Don't miss it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
will
I think
watch.
the secret is book a ticket. That's the main thing.
Yun na yun.
So, guys, let us quench your thirst for knowledge. Obviously, it's thirsty and 30, but we really just want you to be thirsty to know. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and submit your love problems and also the successes. Kasi minsan nakakasawiran yung narinig mo yung puro.
We want to be
So,
inspired naman by your
so
successful love stories.
yeah, send it to our website, thirstyand30.club. So we love reading everyone's letters. Nakakatuwa. And we're
Mm-mm.
here to help you naman. And we also have a weekly newsletter that comes out every Thursday that helps you. So from how to listen, how to be patient, wag palaaway, ganyan. And we send you hope, happiness, and humor all in your inbox. And really, it's a guide for the modern day woman who's supposed to be smarter, saner, at hindi mabudol ng pag-ibig. I think that's the most
Gusto ko yun, hindi
important thing.
mabudol.
Marami
No
kasing
more poodles.
nabubudol. So, yeah.
True.
But thank you.
Thanks
Thank you so
again.
much.
Thank you again, everyone. Thanks for watching. And
you.
stay thirsty, everybody. We'll see you
Thanks,
next week.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye. Good night.
And 30.